Hi there, my design lovelies on Instagram. It's so good to see you. I love being here with you every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And hello to you, my gorgeous design divas there on Facebook. I love being here with you every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So I'm Donna Hoffman. They call me the Interior Design Advocate because I advocate on your behalf, on behalf of all design lovers everywhere, to help you to up your results. If you're a design lover working on your own home, then I've got my amazing online courses for you. If you're an interior design professional and you want to know how to rock your design business in ways you never dreamed possible with low stress and feeling great in your own skin, then you are one of my professional divas that I offer coaching to, and we're actually going to be launching an amazing program in the not too distant future just for you. But every Tuesday here at our interior design studio, I should mention I'm a luxury interior design company owner and the lead designer in my company. We've got a great team. And we put a pin in what we're doing every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern, to come out here and talk to you about something that's on your mind. And how do I know it's on your beautiful brain? Because you write to me, you DM me, you say, hey, how about a session on blah, blah, blah. So we listen and we take you seriously in terms of what you've been asking for. So getting lots of waves and hellos from all the cutie patooties on Instagram and all my hellos on Facebook. So hello, hello, and mwah, kisses to everybody. So today, what are we talking about? Well, 'tis almost the season, basically is the season, to start adding that beautiful wintry touch or holiday touch to your home's interior and exterior. Now, some of you are focused on the exterior, and that is where I had questions coming in. So today we are talking about how to add winter appeal, curb appeal to your home's exterior. And I have about 10 ideas to share with you. Some are long-term, some are short-term, some are high cost, some are lower cost, and some things are just don't do this or limit that. Alrighty, so what do you want to start with? Short-term, long-term, high cost, low cost, or things to limit? Things to limit? Okay, let's start there. If you want a high-end look, something that's really rich looking, welcoming and warm, I'm going to tell you that you probably want to put the control brake on or the emergency brake on when it comes to going to Home Goods or wherever it is you're shopping for your stuff. And you want to limit how much little stuff you do outside. What you need to know when you're designing any outdoor space, things shrink in outdoor spaces. Why? There are no walls, right? It's just this big vista, this big vast open space. So with your front door, that's the wall, right? The front of your residence, that's the backdrop. But lots of little things are never impactful in exterior design. It looks like a bunch of clutter, looks like the kids forgot to clean up their stuff before they came in for dinner. So you really want to, I don't care if you love that yada, 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 or XYZ that you've had for years or that your kids bought for you, look at it with a critical eye. Is this a little itty bitty that's better off inside? So limit the little itty bitty things. Also, I would like you to limit the cutesy stuff. I'll let you decide what the cutesy stuff is. And I would love to encourage you to limit the big blow up things on the front lawn. I mean, it's sometimes when I drive a certain route to go get my hair cut, this time of year, there is one residence on my way to my hair salon. You could sell tickets. There's a lot of stuff going on that front lawn. And when you have all this stuff, just like when you have too many picture frames in a room, nothing is important and it just looks like a hodgepodge of stuff. So you want to be selective with the big things, those big giant blow up things too. And if you really want to go for very high end look, you're not doing any of those. Instead, you're looking to do things that are sculptural, that make a statement in some way, or that add greenery, etc. So, or add some design element, okay? And please don't write me letters. If you love big blow up stuff, have at it. People have asked me, what would you do as a designer to add a high-end, beautiful, but very welcoming look to up the wintry appeal of my home and holiday appeal? So here are some things. So here's some short-term things. Definitely do not ever underestimate the power of new and fresh. So I would take a hard look at what your welcome mat looks like. You might want to get a holiday or winter mat just for this season, or at least just a fresh new mat. And I would tell you, go as long, as big as you can go, because they really look beautiful, bigger versus smaller, in front of your front door. You don't necessarily need a double door to be able to do a 36-inch long mat. And places like Grandin Road and Frontgate, I believe those are some good resources. I don't have a relationship with them, but those are places that I've seen some decent looking mats and that get a little bit longer and wider. Do a pretty monogram, or if you want to do something just for the season, do just something for the season as well. Definitely condition sells. And when you're selling a residence, right? Realtors will tell you that condition of a home sells. Well, condition of things by your front door sell also. Sell the magic, sell the look, create that look. So this might be a perfect time of year for you to get new outdoor pots flanking the door, or bigger new pots rather than little itty bitty 20-inch things. Maybe you want to do something that's a 28-inch round, a 30-inch round, a 32-inch round. Maybe it's an urn. Two really substantive, big, beautiful pots, as opposed to lots of itty bitty things, would be more substantive and have more wow factor. Think about also replanting what you have now. If you are still in flower mode outside your front door, here's a great time to do something in an evergreen. It can be a rounded or a conical shape, but do an evergreen around which you can do underplanting. But rather than doing flowers as an underplanting, you can do things like beautiful Christmas balls can just be arranged around what's happening in that beautiful new pot with that conical or round little evergreen bush. I am partial to, what am I addicted to for, no, what do we have outside? Sorry, I'm super tired of patience. There's the one flower named Steve knows, so whenever he can say it to me in a gardening context, he says it. It's going to drive me nuts. No, it's not bougainvillea either. It's going to make me crazy. Sorry, I've been working like a mad woman today. It'll come to me. Yeah. No, stop. Just stop saying. Just stop saying flower names to me. It's going to make me crazy. All right, boxwoods. There it is. Boxwoods, I think, are fantastic, and we use them a lot in the design industry in pots when we're doing a nice shoot for the exterior of a residence. So something else you can definitely do other than these little updates that I'm talking about, and certainly if you want to do a pretty wreath on your door, I made a joke about it, but definitely do a pretty wreath on your door. Solar lights, adding beautiful lighting leading to your door, and solar lights don't require an electrician. They don't require a landscape architect to tell you how to do it. Check out Amazon, check out places like QVC. They're usually running them this time of year, HSN. But definitely a beautiful pathway, and be generous with those lights so that you've got a nice delineation on either side of the path leading up to your front door. Or if you don't want to do the path, you can just do something off the edges of your front step, just to kind of, delineate that corner line and maybe a little bit into the path. So you can really have at it and have a good time with that. Now, you want some longer term ideas? Well, the best thing to do if you want a long term but higher cost option for holiday appeal this year and the year after and the year after and the year after, your landscape architect is your friend. You want to talk to somebody about what would be either blooming this time of year in your neighborhood, in your region, I should say. And that can also mean what looks beautiful this time of year after it's dropped its leaves. Certain bushes have a really pretty growing habit, so they look very sculptural. Certain plant product and tree product has a whiter bark. It looks really pretty once the leaves have left it. I have a non-green thumb, so I am not the person to ask what those plantings would be, but I would ask your landscape architect, hey, what will look good in that unleafed state, or what has beautiful berries that bloom this time of year, what will look really sculptural. And the other thing that a landscape architect can help you with, so you have beautiful winter appeal outside your home year after year after year after year, without having to go running through Home Goods in a mad panic thinking, company's coming, what do I do? When you are working with a landscape architect, you can say, listen, what kind of really beautiful uplighting can you add to my existing landscaping or new landscaping that we're going to do that will add a very warm, crisp outline to something, or a warm wash and a really exciting looking wash. Lighting is so powerful, in exterior spaces. So if you are doing something for that front door area to make guests think, I'm so glad I'm here as they drive up for dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, or a party at New Year's, or Thanksgiving, the night of, or dessert party after everybody's stuffed themselves with turkey. Those are the kinds of extra little nuances that are also wonderful too. Now, if you are somebody who likes to do style outs by your front door, instead of doing a lot of small accessories, you might want to do something with a larger accessory, maybe a beautiful sled that you found at a vintage shop. Maybe you want to spray it a particular color, put your family's initial with, again, with just a decal, or again, if you've got a good hand, or you can spray with a, I don't know, what are those things called? Like those cutout things, you spray through it. Can't think of that word either. Stencil, thank you. Oh my gosh, I am too tired to be doing this right now. I'm sorry. Stencil on, the last, your last initial, and then you can style it out with beautiful greens and some white lights. So there are things that you can do by going to a vintage antique shop, seeing what kind of paraphernalia is out and about that's appropriate for this time of year. But I've seen some pretty things done with sleds and such. I'm getting hearts on that. And you can also use Pinterest right now as your friend to get some ideas for some larger style outs at your front door. But again, like I said when we first started, be judicious. You don't want to just throw the kitchen sink, and everything else at it. Fewer, larger, more impactful things clustered together to make a statement, always better than lots of itty bitty things. Alrighty, so hopefully that helps you. If you have any on-topic questions about this or comments you'd like to add, I'm happy to address those while I'm here live. And while I call out for those, let me tell you what's happening for next week. Next week is kind of a wonderful free-for-all. I know you guys like when I do a general Q&A. So next week I'm talking about your burning questions for home accessories. Right now we're talking about the exterior accessorization. Next week we'll be talking about interior. So your burning questions for home accessories next week. Also, if you need help with making the inside of your home look absolutely beautiful and you want to lean into the combined power of accessories for the interior, I put a link in this Facebook Live description for our Design CPR, Creating Perfect Rooms with Accessories online course. Women are rocking their results, whether it's for holiday decorating or year-round. It's just that good, and women are loving it and getting amazing results with it. So you can check that out. Link in bio for you guys on Instagram. So let's see who's out there. If we don't have any questions, I will wrap this. I've got I think I've mentioned to you before, I have this small VIP group. It's sort of like wine and design with my students that I do one Monday a month. So I have that tonight. So I can't go too long today because I've got to get prepped for that. Okie dokie. So I am getting lots and lots of hellos from my wonderful Jennifer McCann is giving me a hello, says Nancy Lim. Hi, Jen. Hi, Nancy. Joan is saying hi from California's rainy gold country. Rainy it is. Rita is saying hello. So is Amy. Hi, Amy. Hi, Rita. Okay, Nancy wants me to start with the fast ideas. Send those, and I did. I started with the faster, lower cost ideas. Hello from upstate New York, from Bobby. Hello, Bobby. Upstate New York, Bobby. You're not going to believe what happened to me this weekend. I went to college in upstate New York, and I'm down in Austin, Texas this weekend with my hubs. We were visiting our son. Our youngest just moved down there not too long ago to start his first job out of college. And I'm walking through the lobby, and all of a sudden I hear someone yell my name, and then they say my maiden name. So I turn, they say Donna, and I look, and they say Harfinist, Donna Harfinist. And I looked at this man, and I looked at him, and he just stood there with a sweet expression on his face, looking at me, waiting for me to catch up. And I thought, somebody who knows me from QVC, can't be one of my online students for design, for the interior design advocate, because they don't know my last name as my maiden name. They know me as Hoffman. And then I realized I am staring face to face with my very first boyfriend ever, my college boyfriend. And the really embarrassing part of this whole thing is that I wasn't feeling well. I was trying to get back up to my room, and I was having a little bit of an equilibrium thing. I have a crummy equilibrium thing. So when I get overtired, which I was, it can act up. So I said to him, I gave him a hug, and I told him how good it was to see him. And I gave him, I said, listen, I would love to talk to you. I said, but I've got to get upstairs, and I've got to, get dressed for dinner. and he called his wife over to introduce her to me. And I said, hi, I'm Donna Hoffman. And I shook her hand, and I'm embarrassed. Because I felt badly. I was giving him the bum's rush because I had to get upstairs and I wasn't feeling well and I was embarrassed and I didn't really want to topple over in front of this person. So I reached into my bag and I gave him my card and I said, please call me. I'd love to catch up. And as I'm in the elevator, I thought, that was a very disrespectful thing to do to this man's wife. I should not have done that. And I know he's a good man. So I know he will not call me out of respect to his wife. But I feel absolutely awful. So Eileen, if you see this, I apologize. I was kind of half out of my mind, dizziness, trying to get the heck up to my room quickly, had to rest fast, get to dinner. So I apologize. I think that was bad form on my part. So there it is. So upstate New York, and that Bobby, you said upstate New York, and it triggered that whole story. Okay, so alrighty. Karen's telling me she loves boxwoods too, and Jennifer McCann saying that Reese, her son, loves the dang blow-ups. A lot of the kids love the blow-ups. And guess what? When our kids were little, I had all kinds of holiday memorabilia all around our home. And I put it up and immediately I thought, oh, somebody put this away. It's too much clutter. But the kids loved it. So we kept it up and out there. So just do what makes the kids happy. A lot of you would ask me what would be some high-end designer looking ideas for the exterior. Please take no insult. I am not attacking the blow-ups. I'm just answering the question. Nancy Lem is saying she loves my glasses. Well, Nancy, you too can have them at Costco, 3 for $20. Beverly is saying, what is the best place to shop for outdoor? You know, Beverly, I would certainly look at your garden center locally. I would check the big box stores, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot. I don't think you're going to find exciting, great stuff there, but you could find filler stuff there, like Christmas balls to put out, garland, white lights, etc. I would look online. I really would. I would let your Googling fingers, Amazon Googling fingers, do some walking and see what you can find. And I would also look at your local florist. Sometimes they have some really interesting things to add. If not up to the exterior of your front door, as soon as you walk into the front door, we have a local florist here. She just had a beautiful setup of like these 3 dusted Christmas trees in beautiful pots that would be so pretty set up on the inside of your home if you celebrate Christmas. I do not celebrate Christmas. We are Jewish. But if I celebrated Christmas, those would be in my front door. Nancy is saying, Donna, don't feel bad. You were just being kind. Nancy, thank you so much. I really felt badly. I thought I was being disrespectful. My mom, God rest her soul, always told me, I mean, from the time I was young, my mother taught me 2 things. This is so weird. She always said, Donna, don't ever complain about your taxes. You are so lucky to be born a citizen of this country. It's not a perfect country, but it's a wonderful country. No country is perfect. That you are so lucky to be born a citizen of this country, a female in this country, and a Jewish female in this country. You can speak up and nobody's going to come haul you off in the middle of the night. So she taught me that. And she also told me, don't ever interfere in someone else's marriage. And she told me that as a young girl. And, you know, you never look at a married man. You never interfere in someone else's marriage. If your girlfriend confides in you about her marital trouble, just zip it. Don't get involved. Don't take sides. You know, marriages are sacred. You stay out of them. And that's how I, you know, would feel about my marriage. So, Nancy, thank you for giving me that kind pass. But I still feel badly that I did that. First Lady Celeste is saying, thank you for sharing that you have a good heart. Thank you so much. It's so sweet of you. I think it's, I don't know. And Sherry is saying she's just laughing at me. She's laughing out loud. There it is. First Lady Bless is saying, how did you feel about, what? Put on your glasses. How do you feel about leaving tiny lights up, but not on, what? But not after the holiday. What'd you write? How would I feel about leaving the lights up, but not on after the holiday? I'm good with it, especially if they're white lights. I think the tiny white lights just kind of disappear. It's when people do the colorful lights that I think those look a little odd when they're up all year long. But the white lights, I love white lights. I think they look good all the time. So we have a neighbor who has a interesting potted plant outside her residence, and she'll light that baby up sometimes just because she feels like it's, I say go for it. Did I answer you well, First Lady Valesta? I hope so. Amy is saying, house is 100 feet from the street, raised ranch, front door on second floor, no focal point, nothing is symmetrical. 100 feet from the street, raised ranch, front door on second floor, no focal point, nothing is symmetrical. Amy, I think your front door has to be you got to make that your focal point. My few attempts have not resulted in creating a noticeable focal point. That's also a pretty suggestion. All right, so Nancy, we have to have you create some sort of focal point. We're going to need to have you. So if you're, let's say Nancy, I'm making this up. Let's say this is Nancy's house, right? So the length of this screen, right? Well, for you, the slat length of the screen. For you guys, this length of the screen, length of the screen. And let's say Nancy's door is kind of like off center. I think Nancy wants to do something to the left or to the right of the door, depending upon how you're looking at it. That has a beautiful setup, and I want you to create something triangular, Nancy. Is it 3 good sized pots, 1, 2, 3, that are slightly same style but slightly different size and height, with 3 nice big conical something, evergreen somethings in them. And then there's a beautiful, wreath on the door as well. And it just sort of all in the same, and if there are white lights on the potted plant things, there's white lights on Nancy's, on the wreath as well. Let's try to create, and maybe there's a red ribbon that winds around them and a red ribbon that goes through the wreath. So it's like all one contiguous thing, but I want you to create something triangular. It doesn't have to be symmetrical, but it can be 1, 2, 3, or it can be even 1, 2, 3. Hopefully that helps you, Nancy. You would be a good candidate for my VIP online course, my VIP once a month meetup, so I could actually draw this out for you. Hopefully that helps you. And I said Nancy, pardon me, Amy. So Amy, hopefully that makes sense to you. I would do some sort of large setup to the left or right of your door, but close enough to the door that it sits as part of the door, and try to weave a color or a texture or a material into all of this. So it's consistent. When I say material, guys, I don't mean fabric. I mean a material. Is it a metal? Is it a white light? Is it a red ribbon or a colored ribbon or white ribbon? Is it something, a gingham ribbon, something? Okay. And Amy's saying, thank you. I'm in CPR and I will try it. Yay and a half, Amy. All right. Orchidiprii. What? Oh, I'm just going to say Orky for short. Thank you for your great ebook, and thank you for my best pick prize. And thank you for the design advice and the inspiration. Orky, you are so welcome. I am so glad that you love the ebook. People are loving that ebook. We're going to put it back out in the new year. We kind of tested it, had an amazing result, and now we'll put it up on are we going to put it up on our website? We're putting it on our website? It's already on the website. Who knew? And we're going to start advertising and letting it out to the world in a bigger way than just our little community. All right, guys, it looks like I got to all of the questions and comments, which is great. Next week, we're talking, and if you have last call on questions, if you want to put something in, zip it in now or forever hold your peace. Next week, I'm taking your burning home accessory questions. I'll do a little mini lesson on the interior home accessories, but I'm taking your burning home accessory questions. And for those of you who are in my VIP meetup, and we're going to be going live in our private group in 35 minutes for my advanced and super motivated design divas. Got some good questions tonight, and I'm looking forward to being able to be with you to share, look at your projects and see what you're doing. I'm proud of each and every one of you. So there it is. All right, dolls. Well, it looks like I got to everything we needed to talk about here today. Thank you so much. I've loved seeing you. As always, you look fabulous. You look fabulous. I will see you next week, 4 p.m. Eastern. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Donna. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below so I know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the Interior Design Advocates channel so you don't miss any of our great content.